Their definition of health was just using natural peanut butter, using like full fat oils, using organic chocolate, and just having no regard for the overall calories as a whole. They're marketing it as it's healthy, it's gonna help you lose weight, but yet you'd have been better off just eating the regular Reese's cups, man.
Here we go again.
You know that expression that when it rains, it pours? Well, right now it's pouring.
One word, Remington. Accountability. Let me remind you what you said just one short year ago, almost to the day.
How are you ever gonna be successful in life if when anything goes the wrong way, you can't take accountability for it? You gotta blame outside sources and outside circumstances for your failures. But 99% of the stuff that's happening is within your control. I just have a hard time with excuses. I really do.
The Anabar review would have never came out if you made the proper apology, said you were sorry, owned up to your mistakes, and said you would give credit in the future. I can guarantee it.
So Greg said that our calories are too high. It's a junk bar. He imagines it tastes good, but everything else about it is pretty bad. He would never, ever recommend it. And he was also sure to let you know that he's got a bar dropping in 6 months that is gonna be all of the things that the Anabar isn't. And he was also sure to let you know that he's got a bar dropping in 6 months that is gonna be all of the things that the Anabar isn't.
I mean, at this point, I'm already baffled. In the last year, Remington's channel has had the most consistent growth it's had in years. And ironically enough, it all started when he said he was quitting the carnivore diet to go to the anabolic lifestyle.
And I want to have this video here to explain why I quit doing the carnivore diet. And if I'm being completely honest, for me, it was eating Dr. Greg's French toast. That like blew my mind again and made me go, holy shit, dieting doesn't have to suck.
And when he first started the anabolic lifestyle, every recipe video he put out did not miss. We're talking almost every one of them had 100,000 plus views. Did he still have to create the recipes? Well, maybe, but did he still have to film them and upload them? Of course. But since the recipes were in the anabolic genre and Greg's channel was exploding, they were garnering tens of thousands of views each and every upload. Within 2 months of making anabolic recipes, Remington had a cookbook of his own that was very similar to Greg's at the same price point. Now, I have no problem with people making money or the price point that it was set at, but Remington, do you remember what you used to say about certain people with cookbooks?
You got people trying to sell you cookbooks with magic pastries and shit in them for weight loss, and at the end of the day, you're gonna feel like shit and those dudes are scam artists. And that's real talk.
Since switching to the anabolic lifestyle, Greg has done 3 full-fledged videos on Remington and has shouted him out in many others, all the while being super complimentary in each and every one of them and helping his channel grow by the thousands. Even just 1 month ago, when Remington claimed, in his opinion, that SARMs were safer than steroids, Greg was still very nice and gave him the benefit of the doubt. Unlike Derek at More Plates, More Dates, who never gets mad, but was clearly frustrated in his video that he did on the same topic.
But I think, in my opinion, the safer route, honestly, is to just, if you want that little bump, you want that little boost, you want to feel a little better, SARMs is the way to go.
This is the statement that like really rubbed me the wrong way the most, because this is like very misleading, where it's like completely incorrect to say something like this. He's holding up a fucking bottle of something that's been through one phase 1 trial with unreleased data, and then something that failed preclinical models on rodents. It makes no sense, dude. Like, it is not factually correct to say that whatsoever. Just some of the statements made in this video, I feel like were, maybe he sat down, did not really think about it beforehand, kind of just jumped into it.
So in this last year, with Remington following the footsteps of Greg, Remington has made a shit ton of money riding Greg's coattail. If I was a betting man, I would bet that in the last year, Remington has made more money between YouTube, his cookbook, and everything that he sells than in the 4 years combined prior to him starting the anabolic lifestyle. Let me repeat, I have no problem with people making money, but I'm prefacing it with his next statement that he makes here.
Even though Greg appears to hate my guts and he wants to take away everything that I've built.
So what you're telling me is that Greg does a video reviewing the Anabars and does what he normally does, doesn't sugarcoat it, doesn't bullshit, and tells you the truth. And you are inferring that he is trying to take money out of your pocket and destroy everything you've built. Are you kidding me, dude? Or is it that the Anabars goes against everything you have been preaching, which who would know better than what you should be preaching for this diet than the anabolic king himself, Greg Doucette? I am telling you, my mind is baffled, blown away. Didn't we just talk about how there is room for everyone in this niche? How there is room for everyone to sell products and succeed? Again, it's so selfish, bro.
But Nick, you're riding the coattails too. Who are you to sit there and say anything?
Yes, you are right. And I will admit that. I will admit that I have been riding the coattails. Let me put it like this. I couldn't get a video to get over 300 or 400 views for months, and I was posting content that was educational and had good video quality and editing. All of a sudden, in a video, Greg said to review the apple goop. So I did. 2 days later, my video has more than 1,000 views and I doubled my subscriber count. Wouldn't you do the same? For instance, let's say a workout routine was doing well for you. You were losing fat, gaining muscle, looking good. Would you stop that workout routine or would you keep doing it because it's working? I will fully admit, if I grow to 1 million followers, to 10 million followers, whatever the following is at the end of the day, I will always say that Greg was the reason that I grew, and that's the reason it got me there. Even if I come out with a product and he reviews it and shits on it because he doesn't like it, because everyone is entitled to their opinion. And not only that, he gave me the platform to get to where I am to this day. It's just like, why do you always play the victim, Rem? I don't understand.
So Greg, if you are watching this, I'm sorry for disappointing you. I really am.
I will say that this is the one time I actually do think he's being sincere and is sorry. He is looking at the camera, unlike the rest of the entirety of this video and the rest of his apology video.
With the ultimate goal being to get these into big box stores, get them into like H-E-B's and Walmarts. Obviously, you know, we're shooting for the moon on this. But if we had a more natural bar, it would appeal to more people and it wouldn't be upsetting people's stomachs or doing any of that weird stuff. People are telling you they got a healthy recipe. And what they mean when they say that, they don't care about the calories, they don't care about the fat, they don't care about the protein, they don't care about none of it. What they're referring to is healthier, more organic ingredients. And it really blew my mind when I was seeing some of these peanut butter cup recipes where their definition of health was just using natural peanut butter. That if we had a more natural bar using like full fat oils, using organic chocolate, and just having no regard for the overall calories as a whole. They're marketing it as it's healthy, it's gonna help you lose weight, but yet you'd have been better off just eating the regular Reese's cups, man. So don't be fooled when someone tells you something is quote unquote healthy, when all they're really doing is adding maybe a couple more vitamins to it, but the calories are higher, man. It's a scam, I tell you, a scam.
If the contradiction in those two videos that were shot 4 months apart doesn't give you an idea of what may be going on, let's go through some other footage of what he said about peanut butter and sugar through his days, or should I say the last year of the anabolic lifestyle that he has been following.
For real though, peanut butter chews, excellent. The only problem is how they're made. Peanut butter, lots of sugar, corn syrup, which is just more sugar. And did I mention peanut butter? 200 calories for a spoon of it. So
let's see what's in the Anabar. Peanut butter, dextrose, which is essentially sugar, and did I mention peanut butter? 200 calories per spoon.
Put the RJF spin on it, that way we don't have to feel guilty after eating these treats and we can still make gains, babe.
But I did hear that Remington has been making gains.
If you removed Anabars completely from my diet, it's been spot on. But I've been eating, oh my gosh, minimum of 6 Anabars a day, which stops as of right now. Your boy's up like 10. I'm up like 10. It's not good. So for now, the Anabars are locked in here. The benefits of using this over regular peanut butter, we save on calories, bud. We get extra protein and extra fiber. We get all the good stuff in the peanut butter without all the fatty oil. And in my book, man, the less fat, the better.
How many grams of fat are in the Anabar? 11 grams in a 65-gram serving. Okay. Let's move on to the peanut butter fudge that he posted just 4 months ago.
My number one favorite has to be peanut butter fudge. There's like a plate of cookies, and on that plate of all the assortments is these little squares that are so tempting. Basically, it's just sugar and fat. Terrible for you.
11 grams fat, 16 grams of sugar.
I mean, heck, that looks like fudge to me. The difference being that we're actually getting protein here. We're not getting all that sugar, we're not getting all that fat. We can make our food work for us instead of against us. Next up, 2 packets of 0-calorie sweetener. This is like a Splenda knockoff, man. No calories in this, so don't put regular sugar and add unnecessary BS to your diet, man. Use this stuff and you'll be fine. Whatever you use is cool. The goal here is we don't want all those peanut butter calories. You don't want those, you'll be wearing them as a belt.
Peanut butter as the #1 ingredient. Huh.
Now, if you'd used regular peanut butter, top would have blown clean off them calories. Have you heard how much I'm up?
What do you mean?
I'm up 10
Up in what?
pounds.
10 pounds?
Yeah.
For real?
Anabars, dude. 10 out of friggin' 10. Just don't gain 10. My thing with these recipes and what I do on this channel, I'm making recipes that actually do work for weight loss, man. Foods are gonna fill you up that are higher in fiber. We're not just using organic stuff and telling you it's gonna work, man. So ironically enough, he's down 15 and I'm up 10. At least my nutrition's on point. We're back on track. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but I'm up 10. People have a weird idea in their head of what health actually means. They think you just start eating organic foods, you're gonna lose weight. You start eating more vegetables, you're gonna lose weight, and that is not how it works.
All of a sudden, fat and added sugars are okay when he is selling his own bar that has them, but just a few short months ago was chastising fat, sugar, and especially peanut butter.
Like if I pull up a Quest bar right here, which one is this? We're looking at that one, chocolate peanut butter right there. This bar has 10 fat, 22 carbs, 20 grams of protein, but only 210 calories. Now, if you know how to do math, you understand that something's wrong here. That's if you add all the macros in now. I understand fiber, insoluble over soluble. I think they even have in here erythritol. Some people say there's no calories in that. I don't know, guys. I don't know about any of that.
Let me get this straight. Remington doesn't fully understand calories and fiber, yet his biggest defense for the calories of the bar is talking about the Quest bars that have a bunch of fiber in them and counting that fiber as 4 calories per gram. Right? But if you don't know if fiber has calories or how many calories it actually has, how can you say it has 4 calories per gram in the bar?
I don't know, guys. I don't know about any of that.
That is like me arguing that my cookie dough tastes like cookie dough, even though I've never tasted cookie dough in real life. But, you know, I researched it a lot, so I think it tastes like cookie dough. What? Now, I am not a dietitian, but I do have my master's in exercise physiology, and I took multiple classes in nutrition, and we looked at the scientific literature regarding this kind of stuff. Technically, fiber is a carb, but not all carbs are created equal. There is both insoluble fiber and soluble fiber. And then in those two categories, there are many different insoluble and soluble fibers in subcategories. Most of the time, insoluble fiber has near 0 calories per gram, or it really doesn't have any calories at all. Depending on the soluble fiber a food contains, it can have a varying amounts of calories and what the digestive tract actually soaks up as energy, or as what we like to call calories. Quest uses soluble corn fiber in their bars, so that is the fiber we will talk about today. Soluble corn fiber has been studied extensively, and the overall conclusion is that it has about 1.9 calories per gram when looking at the research. Of course, Remington cherry picks the one Quest bar that has 210 calories, but in reality, 14 out of 18 of the Quest bars have either 180 or 190 calories, and even when accounting for the fiber, has about 200 calories to 220 calories at the most, which is still about 50 to 70 calories less, or 25% less calories per bar. Remington likes to bring up the stomach issues with the bars, but corn-soluble fiber is well tolerated in most people in the dose that one Quest bar contains. And on top of that, Remington has never had an issue with the fiber or with protein bars.
My goal here wasn't to hit my macros spot on, but at least hit my calorie and protein goals, which we did perfectly. We also hit 46 grams of fiber. I woke up this morning just feeling like incredible. Which is not what I expected at all. To be completely honest, I assumed having nothing but protein bars and all those sugar alcohols and just all the dairy would have my stomach upset. I would feel like crap. I wouldn't have any energy because I wasn't eating real food. But to be 100% honest with you guys, yesterday I felt amazing all day.
Conveniently, Remington has a stance against fiber when now he himself is selling a bar without fiber. Also, most people in their diets don't get enough fiber. Fiber helps lower cholesterol as well as helps with glucose levels, which many people might not care about now, but will care about in the future. So this is an easy way to fit it into your routine if you are falling behind on fiber for the day. Let's also not forget that pure protein bars and Kirkland bars are both under 200 calories, even when counting the fiber and the like.
It tastes really freaking good. People can say a lot about our bars, but they can never knock the flavor, ever.
He is probably right that it does taste very good, but let's make a snack ourselves that tastes just as good and even with better macros. Let's start with birthday cake flavored cereal. We're going to use 32 grams of this. Make sure you have your scale. By the way, this is their next release, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty similar to this flavor. So next we're going to get some milk. For that, I will be using Fairlife Ultra Pasteurized milk that has 13 grams of protein per cup with only 80 calories and is also lactose free. We're going to put 1 full cup here, or about 240 grams. How rude of me, I went out of order. You should have put a half scoop of protein in there first. For me, a half a scoop is about 70 grams. 17 grams. Now in pure Remington fashion, let's take a fork. I know he doesn't like whisks too much. And let's just mix it in here to the milk. Whey blends really easily, so it'll very easily just mix into everything. And this protein is really good at just dissolving. It won't be chunky or anything like that. And now we have not only a more filling snack, it is the same amount of calories and actually has 5 grams more protein than any of the Anabars with the same flavor. What you see here has 269 calories, 26 grams of protein, 35 carbs, and 2 grams of fat. Really, really good. Okay, let's do one that they already have, okay? We got Cinnamon Toast Crunch here. Now we will use 30 grams of this cereal, but first I'm gonna do this in the right order. Usually I put the milk in after the cereal, but I would like to blend the protein into the milk first. So we'll go 240 grams of milk, half a scoop of protein. Now we just mix it up. And our last and final ingredient is 30 grams of cereal. And I'm fairly certain they actually use these exact cereals in their protein bars as well. So it should give almost the same taste, just obviously a more liquid consistency. So here we have 269 calories, 27 grams of protein, 31 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fat. Honestly, if you want, you can definitely use Final Boss cinnamon whey protein. That would work perfect and probably even better in here as well. So you can use his supplement for that, because I have no issue with the protein powder whatsoever. You could pour that in here, use it, and make this, and it is more filling, more voluminous, and literally cost me $1.50, so about half the price of an Anabar when you include the shipping and taxes that Anabar includes as well. Gotta give her the old taste test though. Really good, guys. This just might be the best thing I've ever eaten. Highly recommend. You gotta try it. And by the way, the Cinnamon Swirl Crunch Bar has 275 calories, 11 grams of fat, 24 carbs, and 21 grams of protein for comparison to the other 2 snacks that we just made. The overall point Greg was trying to express is that the bar doesn't live up to its namesake or the opinions you expressed yourself just a few short months ago. None of the ingredients you would have normally swapped out in a recipe were swapped out, and you defend it by saying you want to put it in chain stores, which already have a bunch of products that include artificial sweeteners and fibers in them. Why not just make a bar that tastes great, but is still low in calories. It all just seems like one big contradiction. And because Greg is calling you on it, you are implying that he is trying to take money out of your pocket, destroy your brand, and also take away everything that you've built. It's not a good look. But until next time, I will see you in that next one. Doucette.